Hello my friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. So glad you're here. My channel is Turquoise Dreaming, and this video is going to be a little progress update on moving my craft room from downstairs to upstairs. So I'm going to give you a little overview plus the state of it. I've been crafting in here, so I'm going to show you how things look as I've been crafting, what I've moved up here, and just some little tweaking of, putting little things up here, big things up here, whatever I've gotten up here this week. So I'm going to go around, and a lot of this you've seen, so I'm not going to go, in detail about what everything is, but you saw my packaging and shipping area here. So you've seen this. You've seen my ribbons. I brought up my ribbons. I believe you've seen those. That's not all my ribbons, but that's all that would fit on this shelf. So I don't have that many more, though, that don't fit on here. So I, am trying to use a lot of ribbons so that I can pretty much, it would be nice to fit most of them on here. So, and then you've seen this chest of drawers that my son left behind. They don't want this back. So, which I mentioned before, and all the little drawers, I brought all those up from my craft room downstairs. And then over here, this is what I brought up. Well, my son and my husband brought this up, and don't know if I've shown it to you before. I showed it to you in a short video. And so since then, I have brought a lot of books up, and I'm kind of organizing, or trying to pretty much hyper organize my books before I bring them up here. So it's taken me a bit longer than just, I'm not just bringing them all up and shoving them in here type of thing. I'm trying to get like books together and get them in order. So on the top shelf here, I have all of my golden encyclopedias that I like to make glue books out of. And then I have a couple of over here. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. I don't know why I don't have them already on. So the Golden Book Encyclopedias, I have one dictionary, Golden Book Dictionary, the Golden Dictionary, Golden Book of Knowledge, 4 of those. And then I have a little room. And then what I did downstairs with this is see how I have all this room in front? I put a second layer of books here, which I will do, but I'm getting the first layer in first. And then I brought all of my Better Homes and Gardens binders up here, cookbook binders. So those I stacked like this so that I could see how this one's, you see the spine, and then I turn this one the opposite way. That way you can get more in here than just putting like spine to spine. I turn the other ones around, the spines in the back, you know what I mean? So I could get more in there. Over here I have my Funk and Wagnalls encyclopedias. They're they're a little bit smaller, just a tiny bit smaller, and they have the same type of pictures on the front and back like the golden encyclopedias that I just showed you, if you're familiar with those. Actually, I have one in my shop now, a glue book made out of the golden encyclopedias. If anybody's looking for one, you can go over and grab that, because I had made like 4. Did I make 4 or 5? I've made when I've made them through the years, I've made 4 and 5 at a time. So I have one left in there. And then just a couple of other odds and end books here that I brought up. I have I was trying to bring up all my binders, so I have 4 more binders here, and some room here to still to bring. And I haven't done that back and forth thing. These I want to see, because I know these are all Better Homes and Gardens right here. So I know it's here, but these are different, so I want to see the spines. These are my Ideals magazines and some Daphne's Diary magazines, and a big book that I think I'm going to actually take the pages out, because it's very thick, and it's not like I'm going to put all of those pages in a one journal. So I thought I'll put those into my book page bundle pile that I'm starting, and just have to store the cover until I make a journal out of it. So I'm going to pull it out so I remember to do that. And then down here I've got my Edith Holden and some yearbooks that I've collected. Now these have all been collected over the last 10 years, so it wasn't like I just went out and bought all this stuff in the last, even year or two. So down here I have all my childcraft, and then I have down here some, what are those? Oh, these are all my Christmas books, Southern Living and Country Woman. I recently discovered the Country Women. I do have some Southern Living in my shop right now if you're interested in one of those. Here I have a couple of sewing binders, Better Homes and Gardens, and these are my Winnie the Pooh collection that I did find in the last couple of months and I put down there. So that's what took most of my time this week, is sorting through books. And then, let me go around just a second. Okay, so you've seen all of this where I have some ephemera here, and then all my little drawers that I brought up, my dresser with my TV, you know, my glue, my little string spools that I put there kind of as a decoration or in case I need them. And someone did mention a really good use for them. So I'm glad I didn't get rid of those. My YouTube, my gift from YouTube, and all these little drawers, which you've seen. I did bring this light up. Ooh, it's dusty. I didn't realize it was so dusty. I gotta dust that, but I did clean this window. I've cleaned everything in here now. I remember one of my videos I mentioned I needed to clean that window, inside and out. So I did that. Clean the other window in the dormer there that I just showed you. These are the shelves where I have projects that I'm going to get to. And down here's a couple of projects I finished, which are ready for flip through videos. And these I need to put away. And I just haven't figured out where to put them. These little dominoes I just brought home. You've seen my table. And this is the state of it right now. I just finished a project and I'm thinking about doing one or two more of the same similar type of thing. So I left this stuff here. But it's not a big mess, at least. And I kind of like doing these videos to show you, like, it's almost like you can hold me accountable. Like if my room's a big mess, maybe you'll like it, but it kind of motivates me to clean up things a little bit. This is my little basket that I'm keeping things for the crafty date with the book listings that I have in my shop. So if you need any of those for gifts or yourself, those are in my shop at a very good price. And then this is some things I've left here to work on the journals that I just showed you, that I have the covers done. And then this bottom basket is just some index cards I'm working on cutting in half. So I left those there. I have my table here where I worked on the cookbook journal, and I have a couple more cookbooks out here that I'm thinking about, working on, or I don't know, I haven't made up my mind. And then all this paper here is out for the cookbook journals and for if I need any for the little, I'm making some little fall gratitude journals right now. So that's what all this is out for. But I like having this here to spread out. I have a little candle going. My son and daughter-in-law, eventually getting their stove and microwave, but I'm enjoying burning candles on the stove, a nice safe place to burn candles. And they're getting their refrigerator, and I'm going to have a lot of space once they get all their appliances out of here. I already have a lot of space though, so I'm good to go. And anyway, this is just all that stuff but it doesn't look messy. I'm able to spread it out, see what I have out here. And under here I have my prime catalog pieces that I've cut out and want to make some ephemera out of or do something with. I brought up my little heater. So this is where the little stuff comes in. You've seen this corner with these drawers and my sewing machine, as you saw, and all that. And then over here, I think I showed you this little rack I got to hold and I like it there. I can just come over here and grab it, or I can move it if I want. Like eventually when this washer dryer goes, I might put something here and I can move that over there, or I can move it somewhere else. Eventually I just, most things I think are in their permanent spot, but some things could be still moved once I get everything up here. I'm enjoying having the sink up here, being able to clean. Here's the cabinets that are staying here. Oh, there's one cabinet over there above the microwave too that's staying here. I do have a little shoebox full of extra thread in that, but that's all I have in there right now. So in the drawers and stuff, I don't have, they just have, that's a control for the fan and light that's in here. So And then they have their detergent and stuff in there right now for their washer dryer. So, because they're staying in a temporary spot while they're building their house, and there's not a washer dryer, so they come in here to wash their clothes stuff. Anyway, down here right now, temporarily, or I don't know, it could become permanent. I'm putting things in here that I'm going to be putting into book page bundles, and this is not how it's going to be. It's just this is how it is at the moment. Things I brought up here and put that way, but I'm going to maximize this space and maybe put a shelf or two in there, so I can put as much as possible. That too, it connects with the cabinet I just showed you. And here I have which I already showed you, my kind of thick tablecloth that I'll spread on this counter when I'm coffee dining. And here I have some notebook paper that I want to coffee dye. And then I got just a cheap coffee. I like to actually, I don't use instant coffee. I use actual coffee. So I got myself a little coffee maker, and I was thinking about doing that this weekend, and then I was like, oh, I don't have any coffee or coffee filters up here. So I brought that up so I can do some coffee dyeing. And who knows, I might enjoy a cup of coffee too while I'm up here. But my coffee, I don't have any cream up here though. I have to have cream in my coffee. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I have just a selfie stick in here. There's actually a whole Lazy Susan in here. I've already cleaned inside all of these cabinets. I wiped them down, wiped this down, got everything nice and clean. I mean, it wasn't that dirty, but you know, I just went over everything and got it nice and clean. I have my own cleaning stuff right there that I have been cleaning with. And then up here, you've seen my buttons. So I did move them around a little bit because I added this little basket of clothespins that I have extra from my vintage sheets fabric ribbon that I made, and I have some of that in my shop. And so this are the extra clothespins. So I put them in. I just had this basket empty, so I just threw them in there, put it right up there for now. And then in here, I had here on the counter sitting, waiting, trying to figure out where I was going to put them. All of these little hotel, they're called, you know, they're like hotel keychains. And I'm going to make little charms out of these and things like that. But I needed a place to put them. And so I went downstairs to look around, like, do I have a big jar, basket, whatever. I found this, I had marbles in old marbles in this. This is an old vintage depression glass ice bucket. Very pretty. I've had it a long time. Anyway, I had marbles in it. And so I had another jar, like a big bottle, green bottle that I got at a thrift store. Really pretty, like you would put water in it or something long ago and store it in your refrigerator. Maybe at one time came from the store and had something in it with a lid, but I don't have the lid. I just have this beautiful green glass bottle. And so I was going to put these in there, and much to my surprise, it has a rather big opening on the top, but these would not fit in there. This widest part would not fit in. So I thought, well, there goes that idea. So I ended up putting the marbles in that glass bottle, I'm going to call it, and I put my keychains in here. So, and I thought they look really cute up there because, you know, they're just colorful and old-fashioned clothespins. It's almost like a decoration for me because I like how they look. They look cute. So I think they look cute anyway. So that's what I was talking about. I was talking about tweaking little things here and there. Just putting away my clothespins and putting away my little keychains. So, yep, things are going good here. I need to finish sorting the books downstairs so I can figure out what else is going to fit in there. And then go from there. I have another bookshelf, and I've already made a spot for it. But I just need to get some of those books out of there, and then I'm going to have my husband or my two sons or whoever bring the next piece of furniture up here. And it's I'll show you that next video. Hopefully I'll get it up here, and that will be some major progress too, because I store a lot of things. Oh, I did bring my scrapbook, some of my scrapbook paper up here, which I did a video where I sorted the first black tote there. That's my, oh no, the blue tote is my collection, scrapbook collection kits, like from Echo Park and Tuesday Morning and all that. We sorted those together, and that's in there. And I have extra room in there. You can see they're kind of leaning over because there's room for more in there. So I'm gonna, that's also my goal, get that next cabinet up here, that next piece of furniture, everything on it, finish sorting the books, and bring more scrapbook paper up here. So this second bin, it also has extra room, you can see there. But that's a lot of my paper pads. And I kind of want to sort through that, but I don't know if I'll do that on video. It's going to be a quick little, because it's not really paper that needs to be sorted. I just want to make sure of how it is in there and make sure I want to keep it that way, type of thing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little update, and stay tuned for more. I did keep finding things that I don't want to forget to show you. So I showed you here, these two bins are linen and doily, for linen and doily bundles that I'm doing. And then here's where I'm keeping all my vintage sheets and the little fabric ribbon, I'm calling it, made from vintage sheets, in that tote. So you see I have a lid, totes with lids, so those don't get dusty or, you know, anything. They're not going to get messed up, and they're all there for when I want to make some more bundles. I can just grab, well, these are already in bundles, so they're ready to go. All I need to do is grab it out of there, grab whatever for an order, and get it going in the mail. And then these are for when I want to make a bundle. I can just grab these two pieces right here. I have everything in there, even the extra things that I've put with the bundles, little fun little goodies. It's all in that tote. So hopefully, you know, like stuff like this is temporary. When everything's sold out of those, then, you know, I'll do other things with those totes. Maybe I'll have some other bundles going by then. So anyway, yeah, that's how I'm keeping it organized here and functioning. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next update and next video. Have a great day.